Here we go. So today we're talking, this is chapter 11, original edition, section 6, the Sane Curriculum. So we're talking about the Sane Curriculum. So, of course, in Miracles tells us that we have been following an insane curriculum. We have been trying to teach ourselves how to be happy. We've been trying to teach ourselves how to find love and happiness. We've been trying to teach ourselves how to find love through relationships. And of course, Miracle says that the curriculum that we've been trying to follow and teach ourselves amounts to a course in how to attack ourselves. That's why we experience pain, confusion, fear. The reason the Course in Miracles says we experience pain, confusion, struggle, lack, loss is because we have been trying to teach ourselves how to attack ourselves. That's been our learning goal. That's what we've been trying to teach ourselves. And so we've been trying to teach ourselves how to attack ourselves through relationships. We've been trying to teach ourselves how to attack ourselves through money. We've been trying to teach ourselves how to attack ourselves through health and everything else. Now, that is what results in pain and confusion and struggle and loss. Okay? Why am I suffering? Why am I confused and in pain? Because I've been trying to teach myself how to be happy, how to have peace, how to be abundant. But my goal has been to attack myself. Why? The Course in Miracles says, because I don't know the meaning of love. The Course in Miracles says, we don't know the meaning of love. And he says, that is our learning handicaps. We have been trying to teach ourselves the meaning of love, but we don't know the meaning of love. And so he says, we have learning handicaps in a very, very literal sense. Because we don't know the meaning of love. And we're trying to teach ourselves how to love, how to receive love. So now it's going to teach us about the Sane Curriculum. How to resign as your own teacher and to accept a curriculum that if you follow this teacher, the only result is joy. The only result is peace and abundance and real love. Okay? So this is called the Sane Curriculum. All right, Sane Curriculum. First sentence. Only love is strong. Only love is strong. Why is that? Because only love is undivided. The strong do not attack. Why do the strong not attack? The strong don't attack because the strong see no need for attack. That's why. They see no need to attack. When you're strong, you see no need to attack, and only love is strong. Then it says, before the idea of attack can enter your mind, you must have perceived yourself as weak. Before the idea of attack could enter your mind, you had to have perceived yourself as weak. And because you had attacked yourself and believed that your attack was effective on yourself, now you see yourself as weakened. Now you see yourself as weakened. Then it says, no longer seeing yourself and everyone else as equal and regarding yourself as weaker, you attempt to, quote, equalize the situation or relationship that you have made. You use attack to do so because you believe that attack was successful in weakening you. All right, so this is practical. I want you to think of an area of your life right now that you have felt weak in this past week. Where you felt weak in the past week. Okay? So it's practical. Where have you felt weakened? Where was it you didn't feel strong? Where was it you didn't feel adequate? Where was it you felt afraid? Where was it you felt wounded? Where was it in your life this past week that you felt weak? It says, okay, so if you want to have some peace in that area of your life, the first thing we have to do is go, okay, I feel weak in the area of finances. I feel weak in the area of relationships right now. I feel weak in the area of health right now. Okay, so we have to tell ourselves the truth. And then we have to tell ourselves, I feel weak because I have attacked myself in that area. In the area of relationships, I attacked myself. In that area of money, if I'm feeling weak, I must have attacked myself. So it's not that the economy is bad, it's not that somebody hurt me, it's not that something was going around. I'm feeling weak in this area of my life because I attacked myself, okay? And not only did I attack myself in that area, but I also believe that my attack was effective. I feel like, I attacked myself, and it worked. I am indeed weakened. There is indeed something wrong with me in that area. Okay, so that's the first thing we have to tell ourselves in that area so that we can regain real strength. Okay. Then it says that what I did after I attacked myself in that area of life. Now, what is a way I have attacked myself? Let's say relationships. I attacked myself. By telling myself that I was inadequate, or telling myself I was better than. That's one way of attacking yourself in relationships. Or with money. How did you attack yourself relative to money? Well, I attacked myself by telling myself that I don't deserve to be paid for having fun. Or I don't deserve money miracles because of my past financial mistakes. These are ways that we attack ourselves, things that we tell ourselves that aren't true, that are unloving, okay? That aren't true and aren't loving. So then, these are the ways that we attacked ourselves, and then we believe that our attack was effective, and so we feel weak. And then what does it say? Now that we feel weaker in the relationship, now that we feel weaker in that situation, we attempt to equalize the situation or the relationship by attacking. I feel weakened in this relationship. I feel weaker because I attacked myself. Now I feel weaker. Well, now I've got to equalize it. Now I've got to attack the situation or attack you-know-who so that the situation is equalized. I only attack when I feel weak, because when I feel weak, my ego says, equalize the situation. Make yourself feel better. Make yourself feel equal. Bring them down along with you. You feel weak, bring them down so that they lay in the dust with you, just like you. Equalize. All attack comes from feeling weak. All feeling of weakness comes because I attacked myself, and then my ego's guidance is always, now you better attack someone else and equalize the relationship. Okay? Because, why? Because you believe that the attack was successful in weakening you. All right. So that's how it happened. How did I get in the mess that I am in? How did I get in this situation again? How did this happen again? That's what happened. I attacked myself. I told myself something very unloving. I told myself something very mean and something very untrue about myself as a child of God. I told myself I wasn't good enough. I told myself I wasn't equal. I told myself I wasn't worthy. I told myself I didn't deserve it all. I told myself if I didn't compromise and just take a little, I'd have nothing. That's what I was mean to myself. And then I felt weakened. Okay. And then I thought to attack back, to equalize it, and that's how it happened. All right. So now we know what happened. And it's not anything like what we were telling ourselves, was it? That's not what I was telling myself about my finances. That's not what I was telling myself about that relationship. I was telling myself a whole different story, right? That didn't start with, oh, I attacked myself. It started with, look what they did to me. Again. All right. Then, so what is the answer to that? So it says, that is why the recognition of your own invulnerability is so important in the restoration of your sanity. Okay. What's sanity? Peace, abundance, health, happiness. That's your sanity. What is so crucial in the restoration of my sanity, my peace, my abundance, my health, and my wealth? The recognition of my own invulnerability is so crucial, important in the restoration of our sanity. Why am I suffering? Because I attacked myself and thought it was effective and think I'm weak. So if I want to reverse that, I'm going to have to do what? I'm going to have to recognize, there's an invulnerability in me that I forgot about. Oh, there's an invulnerability in me that I forgot about. I'm going to have to recognize that. So that my sanity, my peace, my power, my sense of empowerment, my strength can be restored to me. Then it says, because if you accept your invulnerability, guess what happens? If you accept your own invulnerability, what happens is you are recognizing that your attack on yourself had no effect. Oh, how would you like to recognize that your attack on yourself, all those mean things you were telling yourself and believing about yourself, no effect, no effect. How'd you like to recognize that? If you recognize your own invulnerability, you're going, well, yes, I indeed attacked myself. Sure enough, I did, but I didn't do anything. Nothing happened. I didn't change my own essential reality. Nothing happened. Then it says, even though you attacked yourself and very brutally, it says very brutally in the original, but not the edited. And I really like that it was very clear about the kind of way we attack ourselves. In the original edition, it says, and even though you attacked yourself, comma, and very brutally, comma, you will be demonstrating that nothing happened. Okay. So this sickness or illness I gave myself, I attacked myself. That's where it came from. It didn't come from what's going around. I attacked myself. This relationship trauma, I attacked myself. But the truth is still true. I'm still as I was created by love, which means that my attack on myself, this illness, this relationship trauma, no effect. No effect. I will be demonstrating that nothing happened. Even though I attacked myself brutally, when I remember that I'm invulnerable, I will demonstrate that nothing happened. Wow, how about that?
That's very good.
Now, does that sound like a plan or an answer that you might have made up for yourself? Anybody? No. Okay. Me neither. Me neither. Okay. Our plan for happiness was, I'm going to attack myself. And then when I feel bad about that and feel weak, then I'm going to attack other people and make them feel as bad as I do. That's my plan. Yay, woohoo! You want to be in a relationship with me? That's my plan. That's my curriculum for love and abundance and happiness and health. Wow. Yay! That was my plan. The Sane Curriculum, which is the sane plan for healing and happiness that was given to us by something that loves us more than we do, was this. Okay, you attacked yourself. That's the only reason you're suffering, because suffering isn't natural to life. Lack isn't natural in the world. You're suffering, you got lack, you attacked yourself. That's all right. Just, are you willing to recognize the fact that even though you attacked yourself and brutally, you're real mean to yourself, that nothing happened? Are you willing to recognize that? Says our loving, wise teacher who's ready for a plan by which we can have peace. Are you willing to recognize that nothing happened? Your attack was not effective on yourself at all. He says, are you willing to recognize that? Yeah, okay. Great. You will then demonstrate that nothing happened. In other words, you go forth from that moment into your life as if you never had attacked yourself. You go forth in your life and in your relationships and in your job and within your body as if you never had attacked yourself at all. So what does that mean? That means that the effects of your attack on yourself, bloop, gone. Now it looks like you never did attack yourself. Now it looks like you've only been loving yourself. And you have the results of loving yourself, abundance, joy, peace, fun, happy relationships. Not a bad plan. That's the Sane Curriculum. What's the Sane Curriculum? I'm suffering, I must have attacked myself, I was mean to myself. Then I attacked back to make other people feel as bad as I did, as weak as I did, and then I felt weaker and more sick. Okay, but I choose to recognize that my attack wasn't effective, nothing happened, now I go forth in my life as if that never occurred. Very nice. Any questions about that? Yes?
Hannah, it sounds like what you're talking about is forgiveness.
Absolutely. That's exactly the essence of forgiveness. Forgiveness goes something like this. I attacked myself, and nothing happened. I'm still strong. I'm still as God created me. That is absolute. Forgiveness is not, I forgive you for what you did to me, how you weakened me. Forgiveness is, you can't weaken me. I can't even weaken me. Yay! That's forgiveness. Thank you for saying that.
Can you help me out with the word invulnerability?
Yes. Thank you. The recognition of your invulnerability means that you are still strong. You are still strong. You are still as love created you. You are still as strength created you. You are still as God created you. You can't change yourself from how love created you to be. Love did not create you as something that could be weakened by a lie. That's the recognition of our own invulnerability. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So recognizing your invulnerability is just basically saying, even though I attacked myself very brutally, I can't change myself. Thank God. See, now that's how you know that your Creator loves you. Because your Creator created you invulnerable to your own attack. Now that's a loving Creator. I'm going to create you in such a way that I don't care how mean you are to yourself, how mean someone else is to you. You can't touch that. You can't touch that.
So why do you think we resist so mightily giving up our victimization?
Great question. Because we have learned very deeply and wired our little neurological system here. We have learned that attack is strength. We did not learn that our love is our strength. No, we did not learn that. Our parents did not say, honey, your love is your power. We didn't learn that. What we heard was, you want to be strong? You better defend yourself. You better attack back. Attack is your power. Separation is your power. We did not learn that our love is our strength. That I am love is my strength. In any situation in which I'm afraid, I didn't learn, hey, I am only love. That's the only thing that's true here. That's my power, that's my strength, and that's my invulnerability. So that's why we resist, because to accept the truth means that we'll have to absolutely let go of what we learned from before birth. And so it means that we would have to be willing to resign as our own teacher and not be right. And honey, I'd rather die a miserable death. I'd rather be miserable and in pain and in lack and in conflict for the rest of my life than go, wow, I was wrong. That's the insane curriculum. I will be right even if it kills me, which it will. And a lot quicker than a natural death. That's why. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good question.
So, like for me, the way it sounds that you're saying this, I could just, it's simple. I could just say, oh wow, I'm realizing that I'm attacking myself.
Mm-hmm.
And how about that? And then move on. It doesn't have to be all full of ritual and all full of, oh God, I have sinned and I need penance now and all that stuff, right?
Right, because if you say that, God would say, yeah, nothing happened. If you went to God and were like, oh, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, I did da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, then God says, yeah, and nothing happened. What else you got? Okay, yes.
What happens if you're being attacked?
Yes,
When you're being attacked a lot,
yes.
like all dishonest people, business and so on.
Yes.
What?
Same thing. Same thing. The Sane Curriculum for how to have peace in that situation is to realize that you cannot be attacked, that you are invulnerable, whether it's to your attack or their attack. And the Course in Miracles says something very interesting. It says if somebody else attacks you, that means that you have agreed with them. In other words, somebody can't attack you unless you already had that attacking belief, unless you're already being mean to yourself. Okay, now, you don't have to believe that, but that's what the Course says. It says, if somebody else attacks you, you're agreeing with them. If you attack back, you're strengthening that. You're saying, yeah, let's strengthen that. So, that's radical responsibility that the Course in Miracles talks about. You don't have to believe that. So in other words, it's not possible that you be attacked from without some kind of consent. Without you have attacked yourself first. Because listen, if you hadn't attacked yourself first and somebody was mean to you, you wouldn't see it as an attack, you would see it as a call for love. You'd say, you poor dear, what happened to you? Are you okay? Right? So you would see it as an attack.
Well, but I'm talking specific about business, and I know what happened is a call for love from the other.
Yes.
But they start to spread lies and believe, stuff that got him to me because it's not true. So
Yes, it's still true. It's still the same. It's still true. It's still the truth that the only answer, the only sane curriculum back to your peace and your safety is to remember that this is an attack upon yourself, whether it looks like it or not, and the willingness to recognize your inherent invulnerability to what anybody says or does around you. That's still the only way back, the only sane curriculum. Okay? Thank you for that honest question.
In line with this discussion, I recognize that I believe that we all do project. And so if someone is attacking us, like you said, it's something from within ourselves,
Yes,
and
right.
we recognize, if we're going to take full responsibility, we'll recognize that, yes, it's not going to happen unless I do have that self-consent.
That's right.
Now, what if someone, like on an extreme, actually murders someone? We are, I understand, invulnerable on the big reality level. On the physical level, no.
Right.
But that's the
Yeah, I mean,
illusion, and that's
right. Yeah,
the world of form. But
that's right.
so I think what you're talking about, the invulnerability, is truly the level of what I call the big reality, the world of love and God, rather
Your
than
reality.
physical form.
Yes, the Course says that, a body can be killed. That's obvious. A body can be attacked. But you're not a body.
Yeah.
And so when you were saying, I'm willing to recognize my own vulnerability, in essence you're saying, I must not be a body. I'm not a body. And that's the truth. And it's not like, it's the only truth. It's the only truth. And it's the only way to not allow the pain and the loss and the grief to kill you too. You know, and it's true. So it's not just a lovely platitude. Ew, you're not a body, you know, you're invulnerable. It's the truth. And it's the only way, it's the only truth, and it's the only curriculum to not allow your grievances and your meanness to eat you up from the inside.
That's it.
And it's the only way to not let your grievances and your own meanness set up things from the world to attack you from without. You know, so it says, that's why, I love that sentence, that's why the recognition of your own invulnerability is so crucial to the restoration of your sanity in this situation. You want to have peace and abundance and clarity and happiness and joy in this relationship or this situation where it seems like you're being attacked. There's only one way to have it, and that is to go, I am willing to recognize my own invulnerability in this situation and relationship right now, even if I don't. I'm willing, Spirit. That's the Sane Curriculum. All right, okay, let's go on a little bit further. Then it says, so that will start that, although you have attacked yourself and very brutally, you will be demonstrating that nothing happened. Therefore, by attacking yourself, you haven't done anything. Now, once you realize that, then there'll be no longer any sense in attack. You won't, it wouldn't even make sense to attack back. Once you realize that you can't be attacked, you're invulnerable, it'll make sense to attack back, because attack manifestly does not work. Attack manifestly does not work and cannot protect you. You need to hear the truth about attack. First of all, it don't work. It's not like we should stop attacking because we should be good people. Stop attacking not because you should be a good person. Stop attacking just because it doesn't work manifestly. It doesn't work. Stop doing what doesn't work. It doesn't work. What does that mean, attack doesn't work? It doesn't protect you. When you attack back, it does not protect you. It does not make you safe. It does not make you strong. It does not make it so that nobody messes with you anymore. It doesn't make it so that nobody breaks your heart anymore. It doesn't work. It doesn't protect you. And like we talked about earlier, that's why we're addicted to attacking back when we see ourselves as weak. Because we believe it works. We believe it protects us. And maybe when we were kids, it seemed like it worked. It seemed like attack protected us. But it didn't. It never did. It's always what made us more weak, more lacking, more afraid.
So it was insane we did not grow it.
And we didn't outgrow it. We were still following the insane curriculum, which goes like this. I've been weakened. I attacked myself because I think that's what I'm supposed to do, to be a good, humble person. It makes me feel weak, so now I attack other people to equalize it and to protect myself, and now I feel more weak, and now I need to attack to equalize, and now I feel more weak. That was our curriculum. That's what we learned to do in order to protect ourselves.
As well as more separated.
What'd you say?
More separated.
Yeah, more separated. More weak. More weak. All right. So then it says, yet the recognition of your invulnerability has more than negative value. What do you mean? It means if your attacks on yourself have failed to weaken you, that means you are still strong. Yay, I am still strong. That's what that means. If your attacks on yourself have failed to weaken you, it means you're still strong. You're not the weak person. You ever felt, I'm such a weak-willed person? You're still strong. Beautiful. And if you're still strong, then that means you have no need to, quote, equalize the relationship to establish your strength. That's what that means. If your attacks on yourself have failed to weaken you. So my financial attacks on myself failed to weaken me financially. The attacks that I made on my health, they failed to weaken my health. My health is still strong. My finances are still strong. If my attacks on myself through my relationships have failed to weaken me, then I am still strong relative to relationships. Beautiful. That's what that means. That means I am still strong, and if I'm still strong relative to relationships, and I'm still strong relative to my health, and I'm still strong relative to finances, then guess what? I don't have to attack anymore in those areas. I don't have to fight back. I don't have to protect myself with attack anymore to protect myself or to equalize the relationship anymore. Yay. I don't have to attack to protect myself in relationships anymore. I don't have to attack in order to protect myself financially or with my health or in any other way. I don't have to protect myself with attack anymore because I'm still strong. Wow. I don't have to defend myself anymore. In this relationship in which you're struggling, in this relationship in which you feel afraid or weakened, you don't have to attack or defend yourself anymore to experience your strength in that relationship. With your job, you don't have to attack or defend yourself anymore in order to experience your full empowerment. Beautiful. There's another way. There's another way to experience your full strength, your full power. All right. And that other way, the Sane Curriculum, to experience your power, your strength in that relationship with your job or with your health, is what we heard. I am willing to recognize my own invulnerability. I don't know what it is, but I am willing. And would you please show me, Spirit? Thank you. Something like that. Okay. Now, let's see. Shall I do another paragraph? Okay, yes, I'll do one last paragraph, and then 1 hour is never enough in here. All right. Then it says, you will never realize the utter uselessness of attack or defending yourself except by recognizing that your attack on yourself had no effects. This attack on myself that I did in my relationship, no effects. This attack that I did on myself with my finances, no effects. This attack that I did on my health, no effects. Only by recognizing that will I realize the utter uselessness of attack. Then it says, because others do react to attack if they perceive it. And if you are trying to attack them, others, then you will be unable to avoid interpreting this as reinforcement. Okay? So even though it's true that your attack on yourself in this relationship or your finances had no effect, that is true. But even though that's the truth of the matter, if you attack other people, which means blame them, that's what attacking others always means, blaming them, then they are going to attack back. If they perceive themselves as blamed, they're going to blame back. And then you'll go, see, my attack did have an effect. In other words, you can never get it that your own attack on yourself had no effects while you're still blaming other people. Because when they attack back, you're going to go, wow, my attack on myself did have effects. Look, ouch. Does that make sense? So even though it's still true that your attack on yourself did not weaken you, if you're blaming somebody else, you're going to think it did. You're going to still believe that you have been weakened by your attack on yourself. All right, so it goes like this. So then it says, so the only place you can cancel out all reinforcement of your self-attack, whether it's in them or somewhere else, is in yourself. You want to cancel out reinforcement of your own attack? Yeah, I attacked myself. Would you like to stop? Would you like to cancel out all the effects? Yes, you've attacked yourself. Would you like to cancel out all the effects of it coming back to you and being reflected back to you? Yes, I attacked myself, but I'd like to cancel out all reinforcement of the brutal attack I just did on myself. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do that not by blaming somebody else. I'm going to cancel out all reinforcement from my attack in myself, because I am always the first point of my attack. I am always the first point of my attack. Even if I'm saying, look what you did to me. If you were different, I'd be happy. If you would change, I'd be happy. Even though I'm attacking and blaming externally, I had to have attacked myself first. And so the only place I can cancel out all effects and all reinforcement of my own self-attack is in myself.
So in a situation like that, what do you say to yourself? I've done the best I can? Or, I mean, how do you cancel out that effect?
You say, I am suffering right now, relationship, finances, health, whatever, because I was mean to myself. I was saying mean things to myself. I was telling myself there was something wrong with me, and I'm not good enough, and I don't deserve love unless I sacrifice. And I am willing to recognize my own invulnerability. I am willing to recognize that I am still as God created me, I am still as love created me, and I am still strong, and I am willing to recognize that. That's how you cancel out all effects. As long as you're blaming anyone or anything outside of you, you're not going to cancel out all the effects. You're going to see witness after witness after witness after witness after witness that, yeah, you did attack yourself and it was effective. As long as you're seeing the cause of it outside of yourself.
This is more of a share. I had somebody call me today speaking about Orlando. And, you know, for me, with all of this study,
Yes.
it came to, wow, thank you for the reminder to be love in a more
Yes.
pronounced way today.
Absolutely. And thank you for bringing that up, because I had wanted to remember the truth for all our brothers and sisters involved in that situation. And so what we want to remember for them and everyone involved is that that attack had no effect on who they really are. Let us remember, for whoever seemed to be the so-called victim who left their body in that situation, let us remember for them that the attack had no effect on them. And we'll remember that for them. And so thank you for bringing that up. That attack had no effect on them, and just the same as our attack is having had no effect on us. Whether they are still in their body or not, still the truth is true. They are still who they are. Spirit, eternal, love, can't die, immortal, a spirit that is not. Those beings who left their bodies in the nightclub in Orlando, they are probably looking back at us with pity and compassion. Going, oh, wow, let's pray for them. That's what they're thinking right about now. They're like, whoa, what a dream.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was a frightening nightmare. Oh, whoo, gosh, so glad that was a dream. So glad that was a dream. So glad to be awake.
And I
Yes.
just want to add, when I'm at the place where I'm attacking myself and I'm not perhaps with this study and I don't understand this, I'm still sleeping.
Yes.
It's very natural because we're conditioned to, protest, fight against,
Yes.
attack, go down the path of separateness. And,
Yes, that's right.
and that's what we're seeing.
To fight against attack is still to attack. Right. So thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to remember our brothers and sisters in that situation today. Yes?
I just had to share as well. I had an interesting thing happen a few weeks ago. I was in a double turn lane, and something caught my attention. I was headed for the bank, and I looked up and all the cars ahead of me were gone, and I was like, oh. I looked in back and nobody was there, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I pulled up to the light, and there was a car in the center lane. And apparently that man had been behind me, and so he rolls down his window, or his wife's window, she's staring straight ahead. And so I rolled down my window, and he's like got this red face, and he's spitting all these words at me, and he's like enraged, because I guess he was behind me, and I didn't go when I was supposed to. And I was just like, wow, this is interesting. I was just watching him, and going, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
And when he finally was quiet for like a fraction of a second, I said, I really apologize. I've had someone do that to me, and it's frustrating. And I sure hope you guys have a peaceful rest of your day.
Nice.
And I just rolled my window up, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
That was so, it just was interesting. It wasn't anything more than watching someone do that. You
Well,
know?
and what a beautiful example, in my perception of what you're sharing, what a beautiful example of not seeing yourself as being attacked. You know,
I didn't
you
realize
you
it.
apologized to him.
Uh-huh.
You know, you validated him and empathized with him. You know, and realizing that he was the first point of his attack. You know, you could see that he was the first point of his attack because he was red face, you know.
Yeah. And he would have had to go up there and like wait for me.
Uh-huh.
It turned out that he needed the outside lane to turn, so he had to get behind me again.
Yes. And there's his wife like
Ah. Yeah, she
staring
was-
straight ahead.
Yeah, she
That was
was like,
that's her defense mechanism. Play dead. You know that woman's been playing dead for a long time. Pretend you're dead. We all have our coping mechanisms.
It was a gift to see the
Yeah.
weakness of attack and the
Yes.
insanity of it.
Yes. The weakness of attack and the insanity of attack. And someday soon we're going to realize that attack manifestly doesn't work. You know, you saw it in him. Now it's going to be, and it's easier to see it in sometimes in other people. Now it's going to be where even when we attack ourselves, we're going to go, I just attacked myself. And nothing happened. Moving right along. I mean, that's a miracle. That you will move right along from that situation, feeling the fact of your true strength, your true invulnerability. And then you will go forth from that awareness of true invulnerability and strength, and you will create miracles. And you will be a blessing to the world. And whatever you do, or with whomever you encounter from that point forward.
Thanks.
So, last night I was watching this reality
Yeah,
TV
this
show.
so-called reality show.
And so there was two people there, and there was one person that she kept egging this other person on. She kept using like racial stuff and everything, and then she would be like, oh, well, like she didn't want to take responsibility. And then the show that I watched last night, she was talking on the phone with a friend, and they were talking about this other person, and then her friend was like, well, she should go and pick cotton. And so then the other one, she held her breath. She had been patient with her. She had not wanted to
Attack back.
But then she was just like, she lost it and she hit her. And I don't know, I thought that she was justified.
Gotta love those reality shows.
I felt that she was justified in that.
And you thought she was justified, yeah.
That
show was meant for you.
But then hearing this, I don't know, it's like, it's like my ego wants to be like, yeah, but like there's some times when you're justified with that.
Yeah, right, I hear you, that's right. And that's why we still have the problems that we have in the world that we have, where it seems like we can be attacked and are attacked anytime, anywhere, through anything. That's why. Because we still do believe that attack is our strength and our power instead of our love. And so we still believe that it's justified. And so we can't be surprised then when we go out in the world and we feel attacked. And we see attack and we see shootings and we feel attacked and there's attack and there's attack. And truly, we're all, you just all shared about experiences of attack in the world. Now, we also heard the answer to everything, the guy in the car, the red face and the guy in the car, the reality program, and the shooting in Orlando. We could sit here and decide and think about how to make ourselves safe and to judge, why would somebody do something like that? Woo, what kind of crazy world? Or we can do what it said and remember, the only place you can cancel out all reinforcement of attack in whatever form it takes is in yourself. So instead of going, what a crazy world we live in, what a creep at the light, what the hell, who would go into a nightclub and shoot people up? We have to go like this. I recognize that my own attack on myself has had no effect. I am willing to recognize my own invulnerability because I did not create myself. I remain as strong as love created me. That is the only place to cancel out all reinforcement of all the attack in the world that we're talking about. So what a perfect lesson for today.
So the person that attacked this girl, she was actually attacking herself.
That's right.
And that's why
That's right.
she was affected.
That's right. And you attacking back, you were reinforcing that. Yes,
So, in this situation with this, in this car, and
Yes.
the gal next to me, see, I don't understand what the woman did wrong, but just looked straight ahead. To me, that was wisdom.
Might have been, absolutely.
It's like,
Absolutely.
she didn't
Yes,
engage.
that's right. Absolutely. She may have been wise because, you know, if I had been his wife, I might not have been able to be that. I might have been like, I might have just gotten out of the car myself, you know. But absolutely could have been her defenselessness. It's true. It's
See, I
true.
was trying to think, okay, what
Yeah.
could she have done?
Yeah.
She could have told her husband to shut up.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
she could have.
She already tried that a million times. She already tried, yes.
She could have, looked over at you
Yeah.
and go,
Right.
which,
Yeah.
to me, she didn't engage.
Right.
To me, that was just wisdom.
Yes. I'm going to side with your more loving perception than the one I had. Your perception was much more loving than mine was. Yes,
Can you just say again the way to cancel?
The way to cancel out all the effects?
Yeah.
Okay. The only way to cancel out all reinforcement of your own attack is to take responsibility for any attack that you perceive in the world and say, this is a mirror of my own attack on myself. Even if I don't see the connection, even if I don't remember it. This is my attack on myself. And it had no effect, and Spirit, please show me the fact of my own invulnerability. Please show me that this attack on myself has failed to weaken me and I am still strong. And please show me that these people in the world who are experiencing the effects of attack, please show me the fact of their invulnerability. Show me the fact that they are still strong. Show me that, Spirit. Thank you. That's the way to do it. That's the Sane Curriculum. What's the curriculum? It's a curriculum in how to stop attacking yourself and other people and how to experience the fact of your true invulnerability and strength so that you can walk the world and be in relationships knowing you are strong, knowing the fact of you're invulnerable, you're strong, and so you can walk the world with confidence and joy and fun and freedom because you know that you're strong, that you're invulnerable. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to defend yourself. You can just enjoy life and play as the innocent, safe, and vulnerable children of God that you are. How about that? How about that on a Sunday afternoon?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys. I love your feedback and your questions. It's beautiful. We're going to do our expression of our expression of financial appreciation. Thank you for your financial expressions of appreciation. Thank you guys for being here today on this beautiful Sunday when you could be out doing anything. Thank you guys watching over the internet. I appreciate you guys so much. Now, I'm just going to let you know about my class, and then we're going to do just a 2-minute integration meditation. If you need to go, please feel free. It's a few minutes after class is supposed to end, so if you need to go, you're innocent. Don't worry, we'll only talk about you a little bit after you go. I am still strong. I am invulnerable. Don't talk about me after I leave class early. Okay, so these are my cards over here on the table, and I do my own Course in Miracles class every Monday night at the Rocky Mountain Miracle Center, and that's in the DU area. So every Monday night from 7:30 to 9, the address of my class is there on my cards. It is a donation and drop-in class, so come anytime. And I'm also a holistic psychotherapist. And so I do something called Miracle Psychotherapeutic Sessions, where we, one-on-one, we take these ideas and we apply them to whatever areas of life you happen to be feeling weak in. And we take these ideas and apply them and so that you can experience your true invulnerability in that area of life. So if you'd like to schedule one of those with me, grab my card and just shoot me a text.
I have a question. Is John's coming out here, right, Monday?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. At the Miracle Center.
Okay.
Yes. Has the basket gone around?
No, you're
It's right. Okay. Heard that. All right. So, and I'm starting 2 new classes. I'm starting, all at the Miracle Center, I'm starting a meditation class, Transcendental Miracle Meditation.
Wow,
And
that sounds pretty cool.
it's intriguing. And I'm also starting a Urantia class, for those of you who know what Urantia is. So,
What is it?
Urantia is
It's
another...
the only book that's twice as big as
It's exactly, and about 10 times harder to understand.
Yes.
I know, for those people who are like, I do not understand how to read A Course in Miracles, that's the most dense material, how do you Urantia is about 20 times harder. Apparently, I like it hard that way. The harder the better, please. I want my book harder to read and about 10 times thicker. It's another channeled book that I have been studying almost as long as the Course. That is just a beautiful aid to mankind in healing and waking up. So, and if you're interested, you go Google Urantia. So, all right. So now we're going to do the integration meditation, and the integration meditation is just about 5 minutes where we take the ideas and we use them in a visualization meditation kind of format. So we're using them. So what Earl does with music and chanting, I do with visualization and meditation. Both are very effective in rewiring our brains for truth around these ideas. All right, so I want you to take a breath. Close your eyes. And I want you to just tune into how you feel right now. How does it feel to have heard these ideas today? And also, how does it feel to have heard these ideas with others of a like mind? Beautiful. Now, I want you to bring to your awareness a situation within the past few days where you felt weakened, where you felt weakened by fear, or weakened by an inadequacy, or weakened by a perception of not having enough, or weakened by a perception of feeling unworthy of love. I want you to bring to your awareness that situation or that relationship. I want you to take note of the story you are telling yourself about why you're feeling bad. What's the story you were telling yourself about why you were feeling the way you were feeling? All right. And now I want you to take note of the end result of the story that you were telling yourself. Did you feel better? Okay. Now we're going to do what the Course told us to do in this section, and we're going to tell ourselves the truth about this situation. The first thing that we're going to tell ourselves about this situation or relationship where we felt weakened is we're going to tell ourselves this. I am feeling this way. I have manifested this situation because I attacked myself. I am feeling this way. I'm experiencing this conflict because I attacked myself first. And take a breath. Now I want you to take note of some of the mean things that you might have been believing about yourself or saying to yourself even unconsciously. What were the unloving things that you were feeling or telling yourself about this situation? Underneath the blame. So we say to ourselves, I attacked myself in the way I was saying, fill in the blank, to myself. I was attacking my own self in my belief that I, fill in the blank. Beautiful. Now, the next thing that this section told us to do was to recognize and acknowledge our own invulnerability. And so that goes something like this. Even though I attacked myself brutally in this situation or relationship, I am still strong. I am willing to recognize my own true invulnerability. Higher mind, please show me the truth that even though I attacked myself, nothing happened, and that I am still strong. Show me. Show me love. And for just a moment, I want you to now tune into the fact of your own invulnerability as created by love. I want you to tune into it, acknowledge it, feel it, say yes to it. Saying to yourself, I am as invulnerable as I was created by God. And so I am still strong. I am still powerful as the day I was created. And I want you to tell yourself, my attack on myself has failed to weaken me, and I am still strong. Take a breath, breathe it in. What does your inherent strength feel like? What does your inherent strength feel like? And now, feeling your inherent eternal strength, what is it you would now like to extend or create from your real power, your real strength? From your weakness, you used to attack back and defend yourself. But from your real invulnerability and your real power, what do you want to extend? What do you want to create now? What do you want to give the world from that? From your strength. I want to move through the world demonstrating that a child of God is as invulnerable as they were created by love. I want to walk the world demonstrating that we are still strong, that we have not been weakened by fear. And lastly, let's go ahead and remember this fact. For all in the world today who are suffering in their belief that attack has been effective in weakening them. For all who are feeling afraid and shattered and scared because they believe that their own attack has weakened them. Let us first remember that they are one with us. We are one. And because we are one with them, we can remember for them. And so for all those in the world who feel weakened and afraid today, we remember for you. You are still strong. You are still as invulnerable as you were created by love. That is the truth. We are one in our invulnerability. We are deathless, immortal spirits forever. Amen. So when you're ready, bring your awareness back to the room and back to your body. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. All right. Back out to the lab with you. Go forth and demonstrate that your attack on yourself had no effect.